Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Today on General Hospital, Lois has great preparations for Brooklyn and Chase's wedding. Michael and Drew reach a new agreement, and Tracy comes to Brooklyn and Chase's help. Laura boarded the yacht in France and inquired about Spencer's whereabouts. Dante tells her what happened to Esme and that the hunt for Spencer and Esme is still ongoing, but they have yet to be found. He says he'll check in and see if there are any further developments. Trina recalls the altercation with Esme and how she and Spencer went crazy. Portia and Curtis enter, and Portia embraces her. Curtis tells that the French police are hunting for Spencer, and Portia wants to know what occurred. Trina updates them about the struggle with Esme and how Spencer saved her life, just like he did in Greenland. Laura arrives as Trina expresses her conviction that he is still alive. Laura advises her to trust her heart. Laura inquires as to what transpired, and Trina informs her of Esme's plot to kidnap Spencer and compel Nicholas to come out of hiding in exchange for Ace. When Dante arrives, Laura inquires about the status of the situation. Dante apologizes since he does not have good news. He claims to have been in the water for over 24 hours and is concerned about the water temperature and Esme's treatment. Spencer has been thought deceased, thus the authorities are treating this as a recovery expedition rather than a rescue. Trina screams that they are mistaken, that he is still alive, and flees the cabin. Portia pursues Trina, as Curtis expresses regret to Laura. Curtis travels to speak with the captain of the French police to get the facts so he can transmit them to Trina when she's ready. Dante asks Laura if he can do anything for her. Laura sobs because there is nothing she can do to reunite with her grandson. On deck, Trina sobs to her mother, asking how she is meant to simply let Spencer go. Portia claims Spencer was a hero, and Esme can no longer hurt her because of him. Portia proposes they go home because there is nothing else they can do here. Trina says she'll meet her mother back in the stateroom. Trina is at a loss for words when she is alone to say goodbye to Spencer. Portia returns to the cabin, and Curtis informs her that the authorities will continue to search for the body for the next 48 hours, with a 50% chance of finding it. Curtis understands that either outcome is horrible for Trina. If they discover the body, she'll want to see it. If they don't, she won't have closure. Portia cries, saying she wanted Spencer out of Trina's life, but not in this way. Laura and Dante find Trina still on deck. Trina knows Laura wants to get home to Kevin, so she won't be gone long. Laura tells her to take all the time she needs. Trina reflects on her recent time with Spencer and expresses that this is not the end. Lois discusses her plans for Brooklyn and Chase to Marriott Street Anthony's in Bensonhurst, followed by a reception on a boat under the Brooklyn Bridge and around the Statue of Liberty. Tracy wants to chime in, but remembers she assured Gregory she wouldn't dispute with Lois about the reception and service. Lois believes it is crucial for Brooklyn to marry in her old neighborhood, surrounded by everyone who has always loved her. Brooklyn asks her grandmother to say something, and Tracy agrees with Lois. Lois is taken aback, and Brooklyn requests that Lois and Gregory spend some time with her grandmother. Alone, Brooklyn is horrified and informs her grandmother that she was meant to decline her mother's plans. Tracy thought she agreed with her mother's vision. Brooklyn adores the historic area, but does not want to marry there. She and Chase want to get married here in Port Charles, somewhere significant to them. Tracy asks why she doesn't inform her mother. Brooklyn says she is her mother's only child, therefore a huge Bensonhurst wedding means a lot to her. Brooklyn does not want to upset her mother's feelings, but she wants their wedding to be their own. Tracy claims it will be. Tracy brings Gregory and Lois back in, and she explains that the wedding will take place in Port Charles. She says it will be catered, with flowers and a proper wedding. Lois asks Brooklyn if she wants this. Chase and Brooklyn want their wedding to take place in Port Charles, where they live. Lois wonders where the fun will be. Tracy believes the festivities will take place the night before the wedding. Tracy says they'll have the rehearsal dinner at a reproduced Coney Island, but Lois recommends they fly to the park on the Quartermain's luxury jet and rent out the real Coney Island. Brooklyn and Chase agree with Lois' suggestion. Later, Lois explains to Brooklyn and Chase that she got carried away and planned a wedding comparable to her own and all of her relatives, and that it must be the wedding of their dreams. In the foyer, Gregory is astounded by Tracy's hidden talents. Tracy claims all she needs is the appropriate encouragement. Drew visits Carly at Crimson, and she says she is nervous about releasing her first issue. Drew is confident she will succeed, and in 6 months, no one will remember Nina controlled the place. Michael shows up to meet Drew, but congratulates his mother on her new job. Carly has to go to GH to assist Joss, so she hugs Drew and tells him to take it easy on Michael. Carly leaves, and Michael informs Drew that he is leaving as CEO. He believed Drew should have informed him about the change at Crimson. Drew answers, "Like you told me about Nina." Michael explains that he couldn't hurt his father in that way after they had just reunited. Michael explains that it didn't help him in the end because his father now blames him just as much as Nina for what occurred. Michael claims he owed it to Drew to tell him, but he did not. Michael says he'll stay as long as he's needed until he finds a successor. Drew explains that he misdirected his rage toward Michael, whereas Nina was to blame. He wants Michael here, but with new ground rules. Drew needs to know he can trust Michael, but Michael isn't sure how to regain that trust. Drew says he'll make Nina pay even more, leaving her broke and alone, and he wants Michael to help him. Michael rejects him because he cannot risk losing Willow and his family over another vendetta. Drew still refuses to let Michael resign, and he admires his candor in rejecting him, which is exactly what Aurora requires. He expects Michael to be at his desk in the morning. Felicia meets Joss at the hospital and informs her that her buddy Adam is in need of a patient advocate. Felicia says she has studied the case, and it is up to Adam to decide whether to stay, go home, or return to school. Joss believes he needs support standing up to his parents. Willow lends Adam his guitar when his father appears unexpectedly. He says he hoped Adam had outgrown that thing, and it's time to reset his priorities. He tries to remove the guitar, but Adam resists, and Willow says he's upsetting the patient. Adam's father suggests they should talk about how he ended up here and the lies he's told. Felicia and Joss arrive, and Adam's father says he made it clear that this young woman was not to approach his son. Felicia introduces herself and indicates that she needs to talk to Adam alone. Carly comes, and Adam's father insists his kid does not require an advocate. Adam wants to speak with Felicia, so they all leave the room. Adam inquires, "What happens now?" Felicia claims he's been given a second opportunity at life. How he lives it is up to him. Felicia sits by Adam and tells him that he attempted suicide and that he needs to know that he's not alone and may seek help. Joss informs Adam's father that when she found him, Adam was holding the guitar. She believes that music gives him a reason to live, and he should accept and love Adam for who he is. Felicia interrupts and informs Joss that Adam wants to see her. She walks in as he finishes dressing. He adds he was told she'd brought the guitar here, and he appreciates her for everything. He knows that if not for her, he would have died. He apologizes for the way he treated her. Adam and Joss leave the room, and Adam's father informs him that they are going home. Adam replies he isn't. Adam is returning to PCU, where he has unfinished business, plus they have an excellent music department. Adam's father wonders who will pay for it. He claims he'll obtain a job, possibly a scholarship. He informs his father that he has his number and that they will talk later. Adam's father walks away, and Joss offers him a hug for finally being himself. On the next General Hospital, Joss is taken aback by Trina's revelation. Laura receives an unexpected guest and claims they owe each other the truth. Carly meets a new client at Bobby's. Jordan and Anna continue to investigate. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.